Hello everyone, today I'm gonna do a couple more editing tutorial and of my recent shoots. Let's get started. So this is the first one, and I shot with the backlight. I think this one was 35mm f1.4. So I will use HB2 for this one and slightly adjust the 5.9 and then increase the contrast, sharpen it a little bit, and then the highlight safe and reduce the exposure. Oh, I think this one is 1.2 because the bokeh is blurrier. So you can use different style. You can use the A4 also, so if you like more brown tone in it, but I will use HB2 for this one. It has darker contrast. Usually my sunset portrait with the backlight has darker contrast in it, so I will just give more highlight safe a little bit and then reduce the exposure, so the tone is just right for me, so I just slightly adjust them. And I will do 4:5 crop. Make sure that it is on top third area, so I can leave a little bit of headroom, just like that. Yep, and then you can preview it in there and then to see if it's good. If it's not good, just do a little bit higher, like that. So it's more balanced. So I just want to find a balance of that. Yep, it looks good, and then I save it. Okay, the next one with ray here, so I will use the HB2 for this one, or I use the C9. C9 has more color in it, so I will increase the contrast, sharpen it a little bit, reduce the exposure, and even the tone you can just slightly adjust a warmer because it's the beach style, and highlight safe. It still seems too light to me. I just reduce a little bit more, and then I will crop it, and then 4:5 safe the cropping. Make sure that in the top third area leave more room for the light. So I will save, copy this edit because the next one is similar, so I will just paste it, and you can slightly adjust the brightness, because if in the center it will be too bright, so slightly adjust down a little bit, and then move more perpendicular of the body, and make sure that this crop is 1/3 on the top, and leaving it more sky from the top part. And this is similar, so I can just paste it to the next one. Okay, so the next one, you can use C1 or E6 for this one, but I will continue the C9, and then I will crop it 4:5. I like the background with the ocean behind, with the ocean reflection behind, like reflecting the sky. So, and you can adjust the cold tone also. You don't have to be always doing the warm tone. You can adjust the cold tone. So you just play around with the tone based on your feed. So this one also, and I can, sorry about that, it freezes. I think it's my phone's memory. So I will use the C9 for this one and slightly adjust the tone, and then reduce exposure a little bit more, the brightness, and then sharpen it a little bit. So you can use C9 for this one. You can just use 40%, and I will just slightly adjust the the level. So yep, this one looks good. Okay, so the next one, so this one with Natalie. So I like to use the pattern. This is the pattern shot. I can use different ways. I can use the HP2, start with the HP2 slightly. Because it's pattern, I usually give more shadow style, like contrast style, and then you can add more tone, sharpen it a little bit. Like you can reduce the exposure, white balance. Yeah, just play around with the white balance until you got the tone that you like. And I will adjust the rotation a little bit. Okay, so this looks good to me. Next one is the Rose Garden with April. So a lot of you ask me how to get the tone, so I will use HP2 for this one. You don't have to be a lot of tone. Reduce the exposure, make sure not too bright because the roses are red, and sharpen it a little bit, increase the contrast. Now it's still too bright to me. You can do warm or cold, make sure that it has a balance. I just give 0.4, reduce slightly even more so that it has nice tone in it, and crop 4:5. Make sure it has nice headroom, so I can crop down a little bit so that show the shoes more. So I like this one. So and then you can preview on here, copy the edit and paste it to here, even though it's a sunset style. So I can use this one, increase the contrast even more because it's sunset style in the behind the body. You can just crop it slightly a little bit more so that it has more dramatic contrast once you add the contrast. And let's see, that's it for my editing today. So these are my editing shots. So stay tuned for more video coming up. Thank you. Bye.